Hey everybody, Dan here with Fit Feather for Outfitters. Today we're going to do a comparison with the Rossi RP63 357 Magnum double action revolver versus the Taurus Tracker 692 357 Magnum double action revolver. This will be a good one. Both companies owned by Taurus, so let's do it. When the Rossi RP63 was launched last year, a lot of people were excited about it. They said that is the exact revolver that I have been looking for. And I personally could say that myself because for years, Rossi was not producing revolvers. Then they came out with the RP63, the RM66, and then they even expanded from there. It's a company owned by Taurus. They do a great job with revolvers, and my first revolver was a Rossi, and I really enjoyed it. Taurus Tracker 692 multi-caliber. This is chambered in 357 Magnum, of course 38 Special and 9mm. I'm going to show you how simple it is. Now let's keep in mind this is the executive model. What that means is that it has a wood grip that is gorgeous. I would choose that 10 times out of 10 over rubber grips, and a beaded front sight. I shouldn't say beaded, I meant to say brass. A brass front sight opposed to a fiber optic front sight. Other than that, it's a multi-caliber 692. Let's start with the RP63. This is a great revolver, by the way. I mentioned 3-inch barrel, full underlug there. It's a 6-shot 357 Magnum 38 Special revolver that looks cool. They now make it in black. This is a polished stainless. Beautiful revolver. Love the way it fires. It has a very wide trigger face. See that? Very, very wide. As well as a very wide hammer spur. And speaking of the hammer, it has the firing pin on the hammer. Why is that special? Well, it may not be special to you, but it is to me. It is a historian's idea of a revolver, to have the firing pin on the hammer. Now, many of the Smiths have that, the older ones. It does not have a transfer bar safety. It has an internal safety. Yes, you could load all of the chambers with 38 Special, 357 Magnum, and feel comfortable because the internal safety should prevent discharges. But this is a great revolver. It shoots incredibly well. The double action is pretty smooth. It is heavy. I had no problem shooting it at the range very accurately in double action. And then the single action is very nice. The front sight is a ramped serrated black front sight. It is removable. You can see the little pin slot right there. You can punch that out, remove it for something else, and a tunnel in the rear that is fixed. Okay, 6-shot, beautiful revolver. It has these rubber grips with some grooves on there. Feels good. I would always choose wood grips, no doubt about it. But over here we've got the Taurus Tracker 692. Now, this thing is a beast. It's overbuilt. This frame size would be, and it's an all steel frame by the way, would be considered a J frame. This frame size would be considered a L frame. Why not a K frame? An L frame has more space between the top strap and the bottom of the frame. What's the big deal there? It allows an additional round. 7-round cylinder, 357 Magnum, 38 Special, or 9mm. How does that work? Well, it has this button over here. You push that button and off comes the cylinder. They also include a 9mm cylinder. And then you take the 9mm cylinder, or this one, put it back in there, push the button, and it fits perfect. All right? So that's the deal here. It's a overbuilt revolver that handles the 357 Magnum with ease. It has 4 ports on each side of the barrel. That reduces recoil. The wood grip is gorgeous, but the one that is not the executive model has a rubber grip. Okay, that's the one I took to the range with my shooting footage. The rear sight is adjustable, all right, and then it has a brass front sight. It is a gorgeous revolver. 7-shot, beautiful revolver, shoots incredibly well. Love the double action trigger pull. I think it's a little smoother than the RP63, and the single action, I would say, is very much similar. This does not have a firing pin on the hammer, but it does have a transfer bar. See that right there? The transfer bar, safety, all right? A little bit different as far as that goes. The main difference also, outside of this being a multi-caliber and this being a 6-shot, less weight, is going to be the price. The MSRP on the Taurus Tracker 692 is $781. It's not the executive model. It has rubber grips, okay? Just think of it that way. The RP63 is a budget priced at $470. That's MSRP, $470. If you compare that with a Smith or a Ruger, you will see that is an incredible price. So this is overbuilt, a little more heavy, a little more girthy with the L frame versus the J frame. Both 357 Magnum. Let's get them on the scale and we'll check this thing out. I love this revolver. I think it's great, but it is heavy. 34 7/8 ounces. Let's round that up to 35 ounces unloaded. RP63 is 26 7/8. Let's round that up to 27 ounces. You're looking at 8 more ounces with the Taurus Tracker 692. So both steel frames, very much overbuilt, both full underlugs, both phenomenal revolvers. If I had to choose one, and I wasn't so much budget conscious, which is hard to imagine because we all are, I think the additional cylinder, the option of 9mm, and the ports and the wood grip with the executive model is a price worth paying. In my opinion, I would go with the Taurus Tracker 692. Having said that, I love this, and I try to convince people, say, hey, if you want a great revolver that gets the job done for a budget price, MSRP $470, a little bit less, like 20 bucks less for the blackened model, this would be a great choice as well. What I want to know is, which one would you choose? Both these are fine revolvers. I think they both work incredibly well. Would you go with the overbuilt or the one made for CCW? Once again, Dan here with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.